Hi, it's Kelly at ZynnyMe, one of the private practice coaches. And I wanted to talk today about getting your notes done. Last week I was sharing about how I can't stand doing notes and how it was always a chore. But I really do believe that we can make the experience and the use of notes helpful in our practices by doing a few simple things. So first, coming back to your why, one of the reasons of looking at the why of any activity that we have to do when we are in our practice is to find motivation. When you can connect the activity to an outcome for your client or for yourself, you can find it much more motivating. So why do we do notes? And last week, one of the things I shared was, what if you thought of your notes as sort of a way to rewrite the narrative of your clients, handing them a newer, better story than what they came in with? So giving them some tools and some words around the transformation that they're experiencing. We know notes are required for insurance and to, protect ourselves and reduce our liability and those kinds of things. But I do think making a clinical connection to the notes and understanding as a therapist how to use your notes in the skill of doing therapy can really make a difference. So first, why do you do the documentation? And how can you do it in a way that really fits to you? So for example, some people love writing in session. Some people prefer to do like a collaborative note at the end of session with the client. Other people dictate their notes because writing is not what is best for their brains. So finding the way of doing the note that works best for you is important. Then we want to look at also having templates that can really simplify this. We've invited Clearly Clinical to come do a documentation training because we know that it's something a lot of us struggle with. And one of the things that Elizabeth covers in this training is templates that you can use to simplify your process. But not only does it simplify the documentation process, I want to address the importance of how it can create equity amongst your clients. It happens. Transference, countertransference stuff can happen not only in the clinical care, but in the way that we process the clinical information. So imagine having a client that you have a lot of synergy with, how it feels to do their note versus how a client that maybe you're struggling and the transformation isn't coming or you feel stuck with. That note may look totally different. But if we have some templates with prompts, then we know that we are giving information across the board the same for every client. We want our clients to get equitable care and to not be treated differently because of our own, transference stuff that's coming up or any of that. So I think that there's more to templates than just like having checklists and being sure that you're covered. I think that it also can be a factor in creating equity of care across the board for our clients. You also want to see if you have tech that can help. Now, some of you love to write, and you handwrite the note, and then it kind of ends up maybe in a book. Like my old analyst had a book where she just wrote all of our notes, just ongoing. But there is tech out there that can help. You can take pictures of art, for example, to upload to the EHR of your client. So really looking at EHR, dictation tools. Some people use their iPad and they write with a pen, a digital pen, so that way it can transfer into a digital format. So you still get the writing feeling, but you're not doing double work. When people write on paper, it's often that they don't make it into the electronic health record because it's double the work. But if you could do your note in a digital way with, a pen, it could be really helpful. And lastly, you have to make time for this. As much as you don't want to do notes, as much as they may be frustrating, the one reason why people aren't getting their notes done is because they don't have time. So between session, you may not have enough time. Maybe you need more time than other people. Sometimes there's enough time just to go to the bathroom and get a quick drink of water. Other times there's actually back to back and you don't even stretch your back or put your arms up in the air, because you're just sitting the whole time. When do we make time for the activities that matter in our business? And notes are one of those things that matter. So for some of you, it might be doing the documentation at the end of the day with all of your clients. Others of you, it might be doing collaborative, where you put this in to where you put this into the session, or it might be right immediately after session, because that's when we're most fresh with our appointments. So we'd love for you to come join us for the clinical documentation training. It was amazing last time. This time we also have CEs for social workers in addition to psychologists and counselors and therapists. And that's why we're offering it again. We're very much looking forward to sharing this training with you. Don't let notes be a burden, right? Join us to figure out how to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more enjoyable, but also really beneficial for you and the client. Whenever we have a benefit to our clients and to ourselves, that is a win-win that we always want to strive for in our businesses. We'd love to see you there. It's coming up soon, so click the link and we'll see you next time.